Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Fan Cave. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, and we take your calls nightly, as the title suggests. It's 412-575-2600. You can also hit us up on Twitter at KDPump, at Shelby Cassesse. We welcome in Shelby over at 93.7 The Fan, where we also simulcast. And Shelby, I guess we start with both games today, and now we have the final four teams in the NFL. Your thoughts about a Cincinnati win impressively at Buffalo and a San Francisco win against Dallas?
Yeah, in terms of Cincinnati, I think with Patrick Mahomes' injury, the way it's going right now, I think Cincinnati might be the favorite, at least in the AFC right now. When you look at teams that are championship teams, a lot of the time they hit that high note in November and continue that momentum going. I think that's what happened with Cincinnati. And before the game started today, I thought they had a really good shot because I kind of felt Buffalo had been trending down a little bit and Cincinnati was going the other way. So I'm kind of surprised at the lopsided win, but I'm not surprised that they won. As for the other game, what can you say about Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers, the way that they've been able to overcome so much adversity this year? I think it continues to be the experiment and continues to be the exclamation point on a team that can win with an offense that doesn't make mistakes, a defense that's tight, and a good ground game.
Yeah, no question. I think Cincinnati is trending in all the right direction. There's something about Joe Burrow. He's got that cool Joe swag about him. You know, he's confident, oftentimes borderline cocky, but he backs it up. He delivers. He has fun while he's doing it, and he knows he has a good offense. And what we know now is that his defense, as the year has gone on, has gotten better and better, and now it looks like one of the better defenses. They got playmakers all over, and Mike Hilton is one of the guys, you know, the Steelers let get away. That would have been a nice mulligan to take that contract over. I think if you ask the Steelers now, they would have liked to have signed him, even though it would have cost more at the time. Man, he's sneaky good, and he always makes big plays at big times.
Yeah, the Steelers, a lot of times, I think when it comes to keeping guys or letting them walk, I actually think they tend to make the right choice a lot of those times. Mike Hilton is definitely not one of those times. And you look at the Bengals, these are not Vontaze Burfict's Bengals. They're kind of likable, I want to say, almost, with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, all these young guys that have really come into their own. And you still root for Mike Hilton because he's a good guy and he's done so well with the Bengals, made an opportunity when the Steelers wouldn't give him one.
Yeah, and that's going to be an interesting game because Kansas City, you have to wonder about, we talked about that high ankle sprain by Patrick Mahomes. Although you have to say this too, you know, Chad Henne gets in the game and they go 98 yards as soon as that happens. So obviously good play calling and scheming can make any quarterback be better, and certainly that's the case in San Francisco where Brock Purdy had the one good drive. It was a 91-yarder today, and they hadn't done much to that. It was more of a defensive game, but he made some good throws there. And, you know, San Francisco is one of those teams you wonder if they can get by Philadelphia, which will not be an easy assignment. Can they win it all with Brock Purdy? And then, Shelby, what happens with their quarterback situation? They put a lot of equity into Trey Lance, third overall pick a couple of years ago. He's been injured a lot, opening a door for, you know, something like Purdy to walk through. But what do? I can't imagine they go away from Brock Purdy after winning a Super Bowl.
And I think you're right. I think Philadelphia is going to be a really tall task for them. They are the other team on the other side of things here that just have been trending in the right direction, even without their star quarterback. And now that he's back and has been able to put some time on the field, you know, you never know what's going to happen. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the Eagles and the Bengals. But when you talk about the 49ers, it's one of those good problems you want teams to have. They now have three quarterbacks, if you want to throw Jimmy Garoppolo in there, that can be starters and that they can choose from. So they're going to have one of those really good quarterback battles on their hands where there might not be a wrong choice in this situation.
Yeah, I think Garoppolo's going to get paid elsewhere, and those two young guys will battle it out. But I don't think they're going to totally give up on Trey Lance, although I don't know how you can walk away from Brock Purdy. We'll take a break, Shelby. When we come back, we'll also talk about the Penguins, who lost today, played a pretty good road game, but only got 1 point out of it. We'll talk about that and the return of Andrew McCutchen this week, and anything else you want to talk about, please feel free. Give us a call at 412-575-2600. This is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on Pittsburgh CW.